as somebody that's a newcomer into this YouTube community, I'm just, I'm really just sad to see that this is the way that brothers are behaving themselves, instead of really just doing what the scriptures tell us to do, which is not hate one another, but instead, as it says in 1 John 4:20, if a man say, I love the Almighty Yah, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love the Almighty Yah whom he have not seen? You see us. I'm just a regular man, just trying to do the best that I can. I don't want to affiliate with anything that seems like a cult, seems like something that's just going to be tearing me down and not allowing me to stand up as a man, not allowing other men to stand up as a man and do what they got to do. So,
Right.
this is, this is just another example of what should not be done and why we're deciding to do what we're doing.
Absolutely. And you destroyed a lot of the misnomers that he put out there in regards of somebody just simply hating on him. When, as you stated earlier, if it wasn't for brothers speaking on Dowell in regards to his community development, a lot of people wouldn't know about him. So he's
Right.
acting like he's the head honcho and all of these kind of things, where brothers respected the community so much that we were actually trying to keep that name afloat. Like, yo, look at the example that the brother set, or whatever the case may be. But what he's doing at the moment, from my perspective, is that since Ringo went on him so much, he's trying to stay. He's trying to stay in. Basically grabbing the energy from what we're doing and building. And that's why he's so tuned in and entertained by it. I'm entertained. I'm gonna go sit here and watch this. He's trying to find fault. And he said things such as like, somebody's gonna make a video about them and how wicked they are. And that's projection. He's clearly doing the things he's talking about. As long as we obedient and doing what we supposed to do, them naysayers and haters, man, I'm gonna let them be where they gonna be. Real talk, because that's what he is. He's full of hate and envy. Yo, Brainwavezz, what's up, fam? I see you entering the room. I know you got some things you would like to add to the chat. Feel free to speak, my brother. And for those who don't know,
Absolutely.
Y'all subscribe to this brother too. Absolutely, go ahead, fam.
First, I'd like to just say thanks to be on the panel here, just to be able to have a voice. And what I want to say is, a lot of times what I speak on the position of the individual that hasn't walked in our shoes. Like many of the people watching this stream right now, they haven't been this far into the initiative or haven't gotten involved in any initiatives. And some of them haven't even perhaps had a relationship with the Most High. People that are just sitting there debating, should I have a relationship? Something's pulling me here in this direction. Now we know what it is, but they don't. And others are maybe on the fence. They might be struggling. They may be about to backslide. They might be going through things. The enemy might be trying to pull them away. And so I like the perspectives, even though I am on a different path in terms of the distance that I have been walking. And what Dowell is doing is the epitome of destruction. It's destruction for himself, destruction for his community, us as a community, people, the whole nine. Everything that he is speaking is just pure vile transgressions. And it's not even just specifically on us, it's his actions, what he's doing. And for someone to understand what's going on completely, because not everyone may have seen all the videos, they understand and are up to speed like we are. If they came and saw this stream and watched this and then watched what we're going on, it would cause confusion for them, because they're saying, I thought this man is supposed to be by Pastor Dowell ministry. He's building a community. So this is supposed to be a man of Yah, man of God. And then they're looking at us sitting here and they see how we're operating. And though we're not operating that way, it still creates confusion. And that's what Satan wants. That's what the devil wants, to cause confusion, because he's the author of confusion. So with Dowell speaking, I was originally, I spoke my piece on what's going on, just to expose how he's just like all the other Christian camps, Israelite, you name a religion, he's just like all the others. And I sat back and I was originally quiet. And I saw that Brother Ringo, obviously, he does his due diligence with bringing the transgressions to light, because that's what we're called to do, and making everything back. And I said, okay, well, this is okay. But what I'm seeing now is that what he's doing now is extremely dangerous, because this goes beyond just our land initiative or just beyond attacking our name. He's literally attacking anyone that currently does, and even in a future sense would have a relationship with the Most High. And that's extremely dangerous. And that's where we have to hold the line.
Yeah, sir, that's some very good points. Because he's attempting to sow discord. And I think Ringo said it best when he said they're trying to discourage people. You know, when I met up with Brother Ringo, he kept saying, come outside. See, what Dowell is afraid of is people actually coming out to the land and seeing the peace and tranquility there and getting involved. That's a threat to him, because although on the exterior over there on that land, you can go over there and it looks good on the outside, it does. But the skeletons start to come out once those people get initiated in the progress and things come out. See, what we're doing, you're not going to find no cult leader, no church. Listen, I seen Ringo. I watched a little bit of a video he did earlier about, you got to get out these churches. Like, see, this is the issue here. The religion is convoluting progress. The churches are destroying the momentum of our people. We've been doing this for centuries now. We ain't talking about decades. We're talking about we've been falling for the same religious charades and smoke and mirrors, where there's a damn so-called shepherd leading over the flock, fleecing the flock, taking this and taking that, and being propped up as some type of Messiah figure who have all the wrong intentions. It's happened too many times. So for this man to get online, and despite our efforts, because who's the head honcho? Who's this person? Listen, let me tell you, that's how the government and the feds think. Who's ruling things? Who's this? Who's the guy on top? Who's that? He not looking at it through the eyes of how the Most High is looking at this. The head of every man is Christ. We all men. We all respect each other. He don't understand that because he don't have respect for his underlings. He don't have respect for his constituents, peers. He don't have respect for his pastors and deacons. And we seen that with how he dealt with Pastor Rufus. The spirit that we're holding with this whole initiative, it bothers his spirit because it's unfamiliar to Dowell. It's an unfamiliarity there. And he's very, very threatened by that, because I personally believe that man is of the devil. I don't believe he's a what you would call a biblical Israelite. I think he's an enemy of progress. He's a deceiver. And all we heard in the video that I just reacted to was he told a lot of lies. He used a lot of sleight of the hand to try to mislead the people and discourage the people.
What I would like to say concerning the situation with Dowell, we noticed that he loved to talk about fruit, right? What I need the people to understand, you don't judge a person's fruit by them building a community, right? Now, the reason why is because when the Bible talks about fruit, it's talking about fruits of righteousness. It's not talking about fruits of you constructing a house. You understand? Because the heathen can do that. The world can do that. When we was in North Carolina, like New Breed said, we driving around. All we saw was communities being built all around us. Construction. Are we to say that those people are repping the Most High, keeping the commandments and all of that? No, they're not. So you can't say, oh, they're very fruitful, they're prospering, but that doesn't mean they're holy and righteous. You understand? So what I need for you folks to understand is that when you look at fruit, the fruit you should be looking at is the bad fruit of P. Diddy Dowell, and how he's jealous, how he's sowing discord, how he's putting fear in people, how he's manipulating people and just being envious and wicked. and just speaking evil and uttering curses. What he's doing is uttering curses because he's literally telling you, oh, they're gonna fail. Like, wow. Like really? Like with all the stuff you got, look at how evil you are. That's like a rich man. He got all his possessions and he sees somebody just moving to their first apartment and they're happy about their little apartment. They're happy about it. But you'll look at their apartment and be like, oh, you ain't nothing. That's nothing. You're going to fail. That's what he's doing. But see, when you see him say these things in these videos, it's because he can see the progress. He know it's going somewhere and it's going to be very, very great. Trust and believe me. Because if it wasn't, if we were just wasting our time, he wouldn't be speaking on it. He know that we're on our way. And it's going to attract the world. He knows.
That's powerful. Man, that's I had to hit the round of applause for that because that's a very powerful point. Because with all that Dowell have established, why are you worried about our little initial stages? Like, look, bro, what is your problem? Like, he should have honestly, I thought he was gonna remove the video. I saved it because I'm like, ain't no way he gonna leave this up. But he left it up. So I know that the Most High is he's also using Dowell through all his hate and all his contempt that he got for brothers in the truth. But it's being used to really open people's eyes. So I hope y'all see, even y'all over there in Straightway. I'm not telling y'all to leave y'all's so-called shepherd or nothing, but pay attention to what's going on. Yes, sir. But I know you fellas got more to add to the table and what your thoughts are on this. Go ahead. Your floor is yours.
Yeah, sure. No, I just wanted to say for the people that are watching.
I just want to say that we know life.
Okay.
Hold on. Hey, Brainwavezz, hold on one moment. And maybe you got a delay, but yeah, you with this. I was bringing a point. You next, fam.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So no, I was just going to say that for the people that are watching, I know that many of you that are taking a look at what's going on here and seeing that there are a lot of churches, camps, groups, all of these different things going on online, and those particular platforms, it sounds as if that they speak for the majority, but they're actually the minority. Straightway and other churches, things like this, I can't speak for the numbers of people that they have there. Hey, if that works for the individuals that go there, great. That is there's an entry point for each person that's on this here journey. Some people need to go to a place like Straightway. Some people need to go to a place like a camp. Some people need to go to whatever church. But the reality is that we are the majority. The people that are tuning into platforms like New Breed Global Truth, Ringo, Mark the Messenger, various other, Brother Brainwavezz, various other content creators, they're choosing not to go to a camp, church, club, group. They're choosing not to. And the reason why is because they have learned to be able to live a life of substance, raise up their family, right? You have men that are taking care of their families. Okay. And what they do is they go ahead to YouTube and they turn on YouTube and they figure out if someone is talking about something that resonates with them and their family so that their family can get some type of spiritual fruits. And then they sit down and do Bible study with their families. And then they continue on doing other righteous things that's giving fruits to their family. Right. And so that is the majority of people that are on this particular walk right now. And what's happening is that the camps, the clubs, the groups, the churches, all of the ones that are on YouTube, what they're trying to do is just galvanize a big community so that those people could come onto their thing, right? And then go under their structure and be under this one leader, right? We've seen it. We've seen this trick all the time. And It's not like the people are dumb. We know that those small minorities do not speak for the people. Okay, you just don't. And so that's the reason why people are not joining your community. That's the reason why people are not joining your camp, your club, your church. They're not joining because they know that they don't have to. Right. They could continue on coming on to YouTube and listening into other brothers here. And what we're talking about right now is just adding to what they're already doing with their families. If you want to come here to Unlimited Potential Farm with your family and lead your family, however way you want to lead your family, you have the right to do that. No one here is going to be here to lead your house except for the ones that is running that house. Yep. When you go in your house and close your doors, right? That's your business. That's your life there. Okay. Just as long as what you're doing is not impeding on someone else's life that's on the land, you know, there's no problem. Yeah. Right. And here's the other great part about it. If you are a person like people like my family that we're beekeepers, we've been doing beekeeping since 2014. We've been have gardens and farms since 2014. If you are people like that you enjoy agriculture, you enjoy doing homesteading and things like that, it's a perfect community for you to gather with other like-minded people that also enjoy doing that, right? So the majority are going to lean more towards things like this. And that's why Unlimited Potential Farms is going to be successful, because it is what the people are choosing. The flock. Here's the thing. I'm going to leave it with this. The flock is already starting to scatter. That's already happening. Yah is causing that. That's the reason why all of this has been exposed so publicly. Yah is already scattering the sheep, and the shepherds are already being smited. And it's not Ringo that was doing that. Yah exposed all of this. This whole thing started out with just one simple thing. The brother Pastor Rufus was kicked off of the land, and everybody was like, "Yo, what's going on? Is there no other better way to do this?" I mean, listen, we don't know exactly what's going on there, but the brother was asking a question. And then all of these other things started coming out and surfacing. So this just goes to show you that there is a problem. And that's why people are gravitating away from bodies like that.
Right. And I'm going to say this before you go, Brainwavezz. There was somebody in the chat that just asked, how do they get involved? Listen, let me just say this for the record. On countless videos, on countless live streams, I'm telling you exactly how to get involved. You go to newbreed.love, you follow the prompts. There's a section there that literally shows you where it says support this mission. You click on it, it gives you all the options needed for whatever you want to do, whether it's a project proposal, whether you're interested in attending events, whether it's interested in you just supporting potential investors, whatever it is, it's all there right in one central hub. And I say this countless times. Listen, it is not our job to answer your personal questions. Do not come into my inbox privately. Do not come into my email account privately. Do not hit me up on Instagram in my inbox and say, yo, hey, New Breed, how I get involved in the land. Every video, newbreed.love is in the description box. All you got to do is follow the prompts and navigate. This is I'm going to keep saying, giving you the site and telling you how to reach, but I'm not, for the record, I'm not answering nobody's questions behind the scenes. I'm not doing that. I'm not personally divulging my attention towards you. You're not going to be able to get my attention by sending me inboxes. You got to follow the prompts, because if you don't follow directions, then you really don't want to be a part of what we're building anyway. If you're not following directions, you're really not interested. Just like if somebody is applying for something they want, when it comes to the other nations, you're doing exactly what you need to do. You filling out all the proper paperwork. You showing all of your interests. You filling out whatever they need, whatever they ask for. But when it comes to me, you think you can inbox me personally on my personal accounts? And any brother on this panel, you're not going to operate like that. We don't have time for that when we put procedures in place for you to reach out. And there's no disrespect to the brother who asked, but you got to understand, this is a constant thing. This is constant. All right. So I wanted to put that out there. My bad. Brainwaves, you go ahead and speak your piece.
No, it's all good. I thank you for putting that out. People need clarity, and that's trying to provide. It piggybacks off of what I said before, but I want to take it in a different direction. What the land initiative is doing, there's power in the name. We hear this a lot of times. We talk about this in church and ministry. Oh, power in the name, power in the name. Obviously, they're referring to Christ, but in this, to the land initiative, unlimited potential. And that's exactly the same gift that the Most High has given us. Unlimited potential. Greater things that will ye do. So we're here, greater works and greater things. And this is what people are seeking after. These 9-to-5 jobs, we're stuck in these structures, the beast system. All of these things say limitation. Your credit, you're limited by your credit. You're limited by your race. You're limited by your experience, your age, et cetera, et cetera. And so now people finally see a public opportunity that do whatever I envision. And then for someone to come and be a dream killer, a dream snatcher. We don't know who's sitting out here watching. It could be someone, small walks of life, big walks of life, that is listening to what's going on, and they want to take in whatever aspect and can transform things in ways that we haven't even seen. Again, greater things will ye do. And you have someone like Dowell sowing that. It could even be someone from Straightway, for all we know, that may want to actually come out, not saying a mole, not saying a snake or anything of that aspect, but someone's just truly led by the Most High that may actually want to do a good work. The same thing was put on Pastor Rufus. You know, Pastor Rufus was labeled, oh, he's this, he's that, but yet all he's done is said this, said that, and he's just been rocking with us ever since. So that same grace can be bestowed upon anyone. And the things that Pastor Dowell's doing is just extremely dangerous, and it does show how he operates. And I'm in agreement that I don't believe this man has truly walked with the Most High, because we all know we've had personal experiences with the Most High that no one on this panel or anywhere can tell us otherwise. And the fruits of his spirit, like Ringo was talking about, is clear and it's evident. And every single time you try to give him grace, it's just this one time. Maybe it's because he might have a drunken spirit. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And you continuously see the tree bearing bad fruit. You got to call it for what it is.
Yep.
You see, with Dowell, right, that is very dangerous, that a lot of people have to get. I can have a disagreement with a brother, right? Let's say, for example, with Diddy Dowell, is adultery, right? That's one thing. I'm not going to look at your finances in terms of your job and your occupation and wish that, oh, you get fired from your job when I know you got kids to take care of, right? We can have a disagreement and we can, you know, have that sort of back and forth of truth or whatever the case is. But I'm not going to wish that you lose your job and you're homeless. That's exactly what Dowell is doing with us. Because for him to have so much support on his community in terms of men coming together to build and do this and that and have results, and he's building his new mansion and he's doing all of those different things, right? You would think that a guy would be excited to see brothers moving towards that direction, because this is something that he's always been teaching men to do. So to hear him wish for us to fail and saying it's entertaining, it contradicts his entire message. And it's dangerous because the audience is looking at that. And again, people are not dumb. They can see this for what it is. Again, we can have disagreements in doctrinal differences, but when it comes to land, community, and development, that's supposed to be a universal thing. Everybody should want that. So why would you want to speak so negative on us. But you don't speak negative of the world. They're building communities every day. You don't say, oh, they don't know what they're doing and this and that. Why are you competing with us? We're not trying to compete with you.
Right.
You understand? I'm not here to say, well, hey, I'm better at laying down a foundation better than Dowell. I could care less what he's doing over there. But what we got here is great. So for him to just make videos to speak that negative, that speaks volumes to the character of Dowell and how he don't want to see no one succeed at anything in terms of community. He want to be the only one because he want to lord over the people. He want to control the land. And I think personally, he's jealous of the land purchaser because he realized how many acres that is. This is why at the ending of his video, he said, oh, I'm driving. Look at all this land for sale. Why? Because he really want that 110 acres. That's something he envies.
Man, that's exactly what it is. And I also, to add to that, I believe personally that the people who are involved, coming from, certain areas and locations, and people who, we talking about DC, New York City, we talking about Philadelphia, and just the way brothers came together and just started this initiative. And it's so far from his background. And some of y'all know in the chat about RG Stare, and I've done material on this. Like, it's almost like he just don't even believe what he's seeing. And it's like, he's speaking in a way like, I can't believe that they're doing this. Ain't no way they're going to be able to be successful in this. And it's because we're really those people. Hey, listen, the Bible tells us that, those who, finish last, we're going to finish first. Those who's at the bottom going to rise to the top. It ain't going to be a situation where we have to have things inherited to us that come from a rotten tree. The Lord organically, when Mike was speaking, man, it was so powerful what he was saying. He gave us his vision, his dream. He told it straight up. And then you've seen Straightway talk about the coming times and how, we at the end days and what we gonna do when this happened. Mike, being a melanated brother from the diaspora, saying the same thing, you would think Dowell be like, oh, well, I really can't say nothing about this, because they're taking an initiative to create a safe haven, not only a place of business, not only a place of, accelerating and elevating in your prospective work, but a place of refuge. And to hear Mike say it the way he said it, the nerve of Dowell to say, look, I'm not only going to make material, but I'm going to try to dissect all of this, because he's in awe. We were never supposed to be able to do something like this. That's how I know the Almighty's hands on this. This is a miracle what's happening at Unlimited Potentials, because it's something that they can't just plan out. They can't slap labels on it. They can't put a Judas Gold on it. They can't put an agent up. They can't do it because it's given by the Most High. And that's what I want the audience to understand. And you won't really know until you actually step foot on the land and feel what's going on out there. You really just got to come outside. You really got to show up and feel the environment and know, like, okay, I'm starting to visualize my hair shop, my medical supply store. I'm starting to visualize certain things on the land. I can see me running this. I can see my food truck right here. I can see. That's the type of mentality that they're trying to stop you from having. They want you to just be in their damn church. That's what it all boils down to. Religion is a problem. They want you to be in their church, throwing all of the money into the collection plate, serving pastor while he build mansions and drive nice trucks and cars. They don't want to see you empower yourself. And it's more difficult for us to portray a message like that because we're so used to following the churches. We're so used to being under the rule and thumb of these people with that dark psychology that they bringing forth to keep you in the mindset of poverty. You got to break that chain. That's a chain. That's bondage. They got you thinking that poverty and struggle equivalates to righteousness. And that's why those guys over there are praying, they hooping, hollering, and shouting the most. But they giving pastor the whole check. They desiring more. And that's why he's so threatened by it. What we're speaking to is that feeling in you, that Holy Spirit in you that desires more for yourself. And we're not necessarily going after Dowell and his church, but he threatened because I know for a fact that there gotta be people coming up to him. Pastor, I thought you said they ain't had no fruits. We seeing livable structures being delivered on the land. We see big content creators coming together, talking about putting studios, filming movies. Like, what are you talking about? What? Not fruits. Pastor, what's going on? So he's threatened. This man literally got to take his whole ministry and focus on us. A man who already have community established. So I just give praises to the Most High. I say praises to the Most High for revealing to us what's happening at this time. He's really being exposed. Real talk.
Yeah. I just want to say that, when looking at this, I understand that why he may want to attack what it is that we're doing, because he knows that it's just going to garner more attention, and some people may just end up being foolish enough to just go right ahead over there and join in with what he's doing because of what he's presenting. And, I want to say that the ones that are there with Straightway, I want you all to know that our conversation has very little to do with Pastor Dowell or Straightway. Mm-hmm. Our conversation has more to do with the dysfunction within our community, the dysfunction with the leaders that are trying to shepherd our community. And we're trying to warn people against that. Now, it doesn't matter what group that you end up with. If you see these sort of characteristics, you have to run the other way. And that doesn't mean that you're going to be forsaking the Almighty Yah because you decided to leave a camp, a club, or a church. That doesn't mean that you're forsaking the Almighty Yah because you're choosing not to fellowship with certain individuals that are within that confound, right? Mm-hmm. But that's what they want you to believe. The brothers here that you see here, we have experienced that, okay? And we have found that allowing ourselves to understand that the Christ is our head, and that we are supposed to follow what it says for us to do in the scriptures, that is a way for us to gain salvation. Salvation is not just being a part of some church. That's not how this works. And right. So when we are having this conversation, there's two things that's happening here. Pastor Dowell and Straightway Ministries, they're being able to get some type of shine because people are like, I wonder what's Pastor Dowell over there doing with Straightway Ministries. And you know what he's doing? He's selling you the community. Oh man, we got this. We got real solid structures over there. Not something that you can just pick up and move somewhere else. Brother, we're just getting started. Are we allowed to have the same humble beginnings that you had, brother? Right? Are we not allowed to do that? But no, it's you what you want to do is tear down your brothers, right? For what? Really, it's about a bag. You want to tear down your brothers for a bag. You want to make YouTube videos for a check, for multiple checks from what we hear. And if that's the way that people operate there within Straightway, that's all of the people's choice. But another thing is happening here. The reason why we're creating this here video is to inform people that, hey, these are the things that you need to beware of, and also that there are other alternatives out there. And the alternative that we have been able to talk about, Unlimited Potential Farms, it's a beautiful opportunity. And why? I'm gonna tell you why it's going to be successful. When I met Mike years ago, and he shared with us, just come out to the land, put your feet on the land and see if it's for you. When we took that invitation, it was supposed to just be myself and my family. And Mike opened up the door for us to be able to go and do on that land whatever it is that we wanted to do. If we wanted to do beehives, if we wanted to build home, if we wanted to start a business over there, he said, whatever y'all want to do, whatever you see, that you could go ahead and do that. Okay. I said, man, this is exactly how this worked. I said, man, what would you feel about us inviting other people that are like mine to come and do the same thing here? Would they be invited to do that too? He said, oh yeah, go ahead. Tell whoever you want to tell. This here is 110 acres and Black Wall Street was 40 acres. What can we do with this? It's on documented record. Ringo recorded it and put it out. And he told me that years ago. And so the reason why this is going to be successful, because I know for sure when it comes to my family, we can go over there and build and do whatever we want to do just like that. And you know what? We got 3 other brothers up here. They can go over there and do the same thing. As a matter of fact, Ringo is picking up his family and moving down here. You know why? Because he's a man that's going to take care of his family and do what he got to do because he can. It's not dependent on another man. That's why it's going to be successful. The men that are coming forward and sitting back and looking like, man, I've been thinking about, getting on some land, growing my own food, building for myself. Man, I could go over there with Straightway, but I don't really feel like dealing with all of that craziness that they got going on over there. It sounds like Unlimited Potential Farms. It sounds like those brothers is allowing us to go ahead and mind our business. We got our own little plot. I can raise my family over there, and there's some like-minded people over there that's willing to grow. That's why it's going to be successful. You know why? Because that's the template of every successful community. Men coming together and building their house first. They're focusing on their house, not somebody else's house. They got to focus on their house first. Mm-hmm. And then that strong house and that strong foundation adds to everybody else in that community. That's why it's going to work. It's not contingent on one man. It's not contingent on one belief system. It's not contingent on one religious idea. And when I say religious idea, within the Israelite community, there's a bunch of religions going on up in here. That's just the truth. It's a whole bunch of cults going on up in here too. That's just the truth. That's what people are paying attention to and straying away from. And we can't be fooled no more. The gig is up. The jig is up. You can't trick us no more. You can't, you know why? Because all the information is right here on YouTube. People can just look you up. That's it. Yep. The jig is up. You can't play us no more. You can't scam us no more with this stuff. It's this dumb. This is dumb.
Absolutely. The jig is up. Brainwavezz, I know you chopping at the bit. What you got for us, brother? And for the record, we're going to go this last run around. I'll speak and we're going to close off with Brother Ringo. Got some time restraints. I just got to eat. I got to get some food. But as well as I want to catch Ringo's material as well. But anyway, go ahead, Brainwavezz. You got the floor. Let's get to it.
I just want to say, I hope everyone watching and listening, whether you're watching live, you come back and watch this on the replay, just for yourself, not for me, not for Brother Newbury, Ringo, Witzazah, any of us here on this board or panel, whatever you want to call it. Take a moment for yourself. Listen to everything that was said, not only by our words, but even in the chat. Take a moment. Sleep on it. I always tell people, sleep on it. You're not under any pressure to make any type of decision. And see how you feel when you wake up in the morning, or perhaps the day after that. Make decisions, because this is that opportunity that we finally have in the midst of all storms, all the tornadoes and the floods from China to Taiwan and the earthquakes. And I mean, everything's going on right now. We have the Kendrick Lamar, all that beef, and it's like everywhere you turn, there's so many storms. Just talking about the Pastor Dowell situation, that is also another storm. Right now, we have peace. We have an opportunity. And that is what I know many of you here are drawn to. You wouldn't be here in this chat right now if you weren't drawn to peace. And we know the Most High is all about peace. So I implore you, community, to seize this moment while we have it, while we're all energized, while we're all excited. You have people that are behind you. We're not just sitting up here as I want to be, look at me, come follow me and do it. It's not about that. I'm the type of individual in the community. I get behind people. When you need help, I'm going to help you. That's what the Most High says, serving to. We're supposed to serve. So I'm here to serve in any capacity if I can. If it's just to put a smile on your face, if it's a word of encouragement, if it's to give you some tips, if it's to help you build, I don't care what it is, an ability that the Most High has given my body to do, then I'm going to do it. And I speak also, I'm pretty sure all of these amazing gentlemen here, and even the people in the chat, we're like-minded individuals. We're going to help each other. This is why we're going to succeed, because we're a community. So take a moment to sleep on this, hear what we have to say, see how you feel, and move accordingly. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. And
I'll just pretty much give my final words on the situation. New Breed talk a lot about Black Wall Street. People, I was on the land. I was there. When you're there, you can breathe. When I came back to New York, I'm telling you, the air quality in New York is not the same. I'm telling you, it's night and day. When I was there, the air was fresh. You can see the land. You can see the potential. So what you got to think about is your current conditions, where you're at, and where you want to be in the future. There's an opportunity before us that was put together by the vision that Mike have. And he's literally saying, it's not for everybody. It's for those people that gravitate towards it, right? You have to want better, and you have to envision better. A lot of us been conditioned to just repeat the same thing we've always been doing and trained to do and be on this treadmill all our lives. You have business ideas. You might want to put your family in a better position where you have a place to go that is secure, a place that you are literally the king of your castle. You know what I mean? Whether it's a business, whether it's a property for your family, whatever it is, the sky's the limit. When I was out there, it's like you're in a dream almost, because you're there. You're on the land. There's no noise. You can literally do what you want to do. That's how you got to think. You got to think outside of the matrix, outside of going to the 9 to 5, coming back home, going to the 9 to 5, coming back home. Listen, prepare for the future and get on board. This is why you have to come out, go to the land, get a feel for what's going on around you, and start to let the Most High talk to you. And before you know it, he's going to start telling you, hey, do this, do that, do this. A lot of the scoffers and the people that are making fun and mocking, they're not making no moves. When I talk about come outside, stop hiding, it's show your work. Make moves. Do you understand that? Make those sacrifices. Take that trip, take that flight, take that drive, and just do that for yourself. Get outside of the matrix and experience something totally different, and you'll see for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'll say my closing sentiments, and we'll close out. First off, I want to thank all you gentlemen for showing up in the stream and joining us. Listen, I want to revert back to some things Uwitazar said, as well as Ringo and Brother Brainwavezz, because I think that us together on this broadcast kind of quantified everything towards, the end of the stream here. One thing about it, Brainwavezz, you pointed out a lot of the distractions that's going on in the media right now, and how even Dowell, he's playing his role in those said distractions to try to garner some type of attention his direction, but it's negative attention, and it's actually revealing the devil that he is. And I want to point that out because, you know, you got to understand Satan's job is to be an enemy of progress. And that's what seems to be happening. The things that Dowell is saying is he doesn't want to see us progress as a whole. He doesn't want to see he don't want to see another Black Wall Street. He don't want to see that for our people. That's something that he frowns upon. And that's what y'all got to understand. There's a lot of people who can be plants who look like us, try to talk like us using certain Bible scriptures and rhetoric, but they not of us. They just not. They're tares. And I also want to speak on some things that Yuwitazai said, and I'll close with some things that Ringo said. Yuwitazai said, listen, years ago when he went on the land and he stepped foot, he said that Mike was like, yo, you do what you want to do of it. And it was a video Ringo recorded that he said the exact same thing. I believe Ringo's wife had asked the question. He said, well, what do y'all want to see? That's key right there, because what that does is get you in a spirit of being a visionary, having an imagination of what can be done. And anybody who's made something of themselves in life had that ability to envision something. It started off as a vision, and being on that land, as Ringo said, when he stepped out there, he immediately, soon as the trailer was delivered, y'all seen the trailer that was delivered on the land. Ringo was like, yo, this is a studio. And I know the way you can look at his studio setup right now, he probably in his mind seen exactly what that studio needs to look like, everything. And it's only a matter of time before it's going to be there. Why? Because the Most High already gave him the vision. And that's what I need how everybody to think. You're not supposed to be under bondage, the rule and thumb of some man who says, follow me as I follow Christ. We're supposed to follow Christ. Last time I checked, the Bible says all things are possible through Christ. Y'all, did anybody forget that scripture? Because I didn't. All things is all things. If you can sit up here and visualize it, and you have the faith of a mustard seed, and you're in a predicament to have that opportunity to make it happen and flourish, then it can be done. So just the point of you all coming out, as every brother said, just come out, come outside, see what it's like. Y'all know how to get involved. I said this once and I say it one more time. All you got to do is go on newbreed.love. Hey, there's literally a section for every question that you need answered. And we have a staff, we have the proper people put in place to answer those said questions. You get in there, you do what you need to do if you really want to get involved. And you will one day you will one day, plant your feet on the land and get to see what the possibilities are, and your visions will be able to spring forth. And not to mention, as you can see, there's a lot of wise men involved in all of this. Even if you just an individual who want to visit and be in a council of wise people, and you want to go out and take the knowledge you learned just being there and go do your own thing, it's going to be beneficial to your life one way or another. So don't be closed off. Don't let the social media rigmarole get you caught up in a bubble. It's time to really show ourselves approved and do what we got to do. It's time to build, y'all. Man, thank you, brothers, man. Thank y'all so much for joining. Everybody's in the chat, salute y'all, man. I'm just gonna give one more of these round of applause for everybody. Man. This broadcast is a powerful one, and reverting back to what Yuwitazai said, this ain't really so much so about Dowell. This is about where we headed. He's really just a troll at this point, a scoffer who's being used to really bring light to a situation that is real paramount to change our thought process, right? If there's anything else y'all want to say before I hit that end button, y'all let me know, because I know if that's all and that's it, I'll end it here. Brothers, good. All right.
I'll just add, make sure y'all also like, comment, and subscribe to Real TV Reactions, Congregation of the Mighty, Brainwavezz Advice Topics. That's also know New Breed Global Truth. You're here, right? Just make sure you support what we do, because we're all working as a community in tandem to not only support our individual goals collectively, including you all here in the chat. What we do benefits you all. So just keep that in mind. Just want to.
All right, absolutely. Thank y'all. Shalom and peace.
Peace.